All right, so right now you are listening to Lamar Price. He's a doctor. Tell us about your specialty.
Yes. So hello, everybody, and thank you, Ben, for having me. My name is Dr. Lamar Price. I have a doctorate in internal medicine. I practice allopath medicine for 5 years in the medical field as an ICU doctor in emergency hospitals out of Los Angeles, California. And I left after 5 years of the medical world, being disgruntled and unhappy with a lot of the practices that we were doing and the things that I was eyewitnessing on a daily basis. I became a natural doctor, went back to school, also became a certified licensed nutritionist, and I also study metaphysics. I study biochemistry. I'm also a chemistry major. I've dissected the human body and anatomy and physiology 3 times, the brain, the heart, all vital organs. And what I do is I help people to identify the source of their problems and their health issues via iridology. So iridology is the study of the iris. Instead of exposing people to radiation, instead of harming the body and taking urine samples and biopsies and running the body's bloodstream through a test or a battery of tests called panels, RNA panels, coming back with a report that's not calibrated to the individual. As a human being, I thought it was inhumane. I thought it was unjust. I thought it wasn't fair to tell somebody that they're high blood pressure or diabetic based on a system that's not calibrated to that person, because no two people on the planet are the same on a cellular molecular level. And when I saw these problems, I started taking a different approach, a more holistic approach, which is let's look at the source of the problem versus just diagnosing high blood pressure, cancer, corona. So once I started doing that, I have 10,000 plus testimonies of people who have followed my simple regimen, followed my simple advice. They've corrected all of their health issues from AIDS to Zika virus, off of dialysis, avoiding chemo, avoiding surgeries, lumps in the breast, under the armpits, goiters, alike, uterine issues, fibrosis. I've helped so many people correct these issues naturally and simply by changing of the mind and diet. And that's where I'm at right now. And now I'm traveling the world, traveling around America, city to city, state to state. I'm doing a lot of lecturing. I got out of private practice. While I was in private practice, I was getting a lot of attacks. My office, along with 4 other doctors out of Los Angeles, was attacked 3 times. Many of my colleagues and mentors have either been murdered, killed, or mysteriously found dead. They're all into the natural holistic community, where we're helping people to address the source of the problem versus just treating symptoms and diagnosing people with a whole bunch of fancy words and medical terms, but never identifying why the people are sick. So in our community, where I'm at right now, is I help people, and I have 100% success rate. When people follow my advice, they follow my regimen, they get results. And that's where I'm currently at right now. And since Corona has been going on, I just been helping people to look at their bloodstream, because I've been against the vaccines and I've been against pushing the whole Corona agenda. Because as a scientist and someone who works with infectious disease and understands, molecules and molecular structures of living organisms, germs and bacteria and viruses, I know how they work with the human body, not to attack us or kill us. And so when I saw that happening, I just became that voice to teach people and educate. Let's look at this in a different approach. Look at the symptoms of Corona. Don't get the vaccine. Don't believe the hype. So many people were not believing me. So I asked God, what do I do to show these people better than tell them? I just pulled my microscope out and started showing people their blood after being vaccinated. I am a hematologist. I know how blood works. I know how blood looks. I know how blood is supposed to function and the orchestration of blood. So now currently, outside of lecturing and doing a whole lot of eye exams and helping people with their health, I show people their blood. And I do a lot of these sessions. I've done probably 500 blood smear samples of vaccinated people versus unvaccinated. So I do these sessions in the midst of a large group so people can actually see their blood cells under a microscope versus just giving your blood to a doctor and they give you a printout. They never show you your blood. They never allow you to see what your blood looks like. I think it's not fair. It's unjust to people to be diagnosed with blood disorders and they have no clue of what their blood really looks like. So seeing is believing with so many people. So that's what I've been doing lately. And that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. So I think he was really, really clear of what he's doing and the work he's been doing it for a long time. I want to be honest with all of you. Okay. Lamar, he has tremendously shocked me. There was somebody which name I don't want to mention. She used to work for me. Although she denied that she worked for me, she used to work for me. I used to pay her a salary. And Lamar cured this woman. Okay? And since she did not want to talk about her healing, I witnessed that I saw her x-rays and it looks clear. She called me one day and she would start crying and crying. She could not stop crying because she went through a whole process of many years of a surgery every 3 months. Dr. Lamar Price cured her. That's the reason why I bring him back. If I would not see it in myself, I would not believe it. Okay? Is that his techniques are out of the standard ways of doctor? Yes, it is. Will you cure? Will be able to be cured overnight? No. You need to be patient. You will be cured in a process. It may take months. Sometimes it may take years, but you will be cured. Okay? So I'm just letting you know what I know. If you have any question, please go ahead and go ask any question to Dr. Lamar.
And Ben, I thank you for that. I appreciate that.
1 second.
And it's the same with everybody I meet for the first time. A lot of my science is brand new to many people. We've been indoctrinated for a century, at least 100 years in America with medicine, modern medicine. If you go back as early as 1921, we're in 2021, go back 100 years, they introduced penicillin. They started having a lot of flu-like symptoms 100 years ago. We were dealing with pandemics, almost the same as what we're dealing with now. So when you have one generation after another, every 20 years, you have family to grow up, a child becomes an adult about 20, 21 years old. You're looking at a generation, then the next generation, all you know is diabetes, surgeries, cancer, all of the diseases that we know through learned human behavior. We never factored in, if you go back far enough to your ancestors, your greats back to the 1700s, even further than that, they didn't have cancer. They didn't have blood pressure. No one checked sugar levels. They didn't have C-sections. They didn't do epidurals. They didn't do surgery. This young lady that you're talking about that's acquaintance of both of us, yes, she was very, very sick. Not just emotionally sick, mentally sick. She was, and I don't mean like cuckoo crazy. I'm saying in the mind is where the brain is. The brain controls the whole body. The body is a reflection of the mind. Much of our sickness and disease that we deal with in America, regardless of what the symptom is, whether it's your toenails or your hair falling out, your skin breaking out, stomach ache, just irritableness, can't sleep, voices, whatever it's going on with you as a health crisis or issue, whether it's subacute or chronic, it all goes back to the source. It has to start in the brain. And this is why the creator says if you want to change your physical situation or your environmental situation, you first got to change your thinking. You got to be transformed by the renewing of the mind. That's one of the things that I dealt with the young lady when you introduced me to her, out of concern for her health. And I said, well, if you have a health issue, let's go to the seed, because you could call cancer, corona, sickness, disease. You can call it a red apple, but the red apple stems from something. Where did this problem stem from? Whether it's mental health, evilness, unforgiveness, bitterness, hatred, perversion, or whatever your addiction or your health issue is, where did it come from? Everything stems from something. The stem looks nothing like the apple that comes from the green leaf. Looks nothing like the branch that comes from a tree trunk. Tree trunk, branch, green leaf, the stem, they all look different from the roots that are underground. And in the medical field, we just don't dig deep enough. Now, when you break the surface of the ground, trying to get to the root of the matter, that's cool and all, because you just did surgery. We're going to go in, we're going to cut you, but when we cut you, know that we're going to break that ground. We're going to break that foundation. We're going to cut through your skin, cut through the flesh. We're going to do muscle tissue damage. We're going to cut nerves. It takes 7 years for nerves to rebend. So with this young lady having surgery over and over and over 100 surgeries is traumatizing to the nervous system, the muscular system. So I encouraged her stop doing the surgeries because it's not helping your problem. How do we fix your problem? Let's get to the seed. The tiny, tiny little black apple seed looks nothing like the red apple, the end of the matter. So while the doctors are calling you red apple, you've been diagnosed with stage 1 red apple, we never went to the seed. Let's get rid of the seed. Your problem disappeared. There'll never be a trunk. There'll never be roots to the matter. So that's what I did for her, and that's why she got results. We went back to the first principles, the foundation of where did this problem stem from. Now, if we eradicate that, then you'll start to see, and yes, you're 100% right, Ben.
Yeah.
You got to be patient. Time heals all wounds. Patience is a virtue. We don't practice patience in America because of the spirit of anxiety. We're quick to judgment. We run to the doctors looking for answers, and we don't practice patience. We become patients. So yes, any questions, anybody has something they want to throw out, I'm all ears for any health issues. You got questions regarding disease, how to do this, how to treat that, what's the natural alternative. Control or delete is everything in life. When there's a glitch, you don't have answers, hit control, take control of your situation, use an alternative way of thinking, alternative foods, alternative to medicine. Let fruits be your medicine. Let vegetables be your medicine. All medication is synthetic. And I'm a toxicology major. I'm a chemistry major. I know what I know. You put medication in your body, just Google the side effects. You don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Study to show yourself approved, rightly divide the words of truth. Go on the book of Google, chapter 1, verse 1, type in amlodipine, linsidopril, Losartan. Type in these drugs, and you'll see for yourself there's not one positive side effect. But it's my blood pressure medicine. Well, what is blood pressure? Does blood actually have pressure? Blood is 92% water. Where's the pressure at? Hydrogen, oxygen doesn't require pressure. Your blood doesn't need pressure to circulate 600 miles in 30 seconds through vessels, veins, and arteries. Blood requires a heart. The heart is a muscle. It pumps the blood. It doesn't need pressure. It's a rhythm. The rhythm is controlled by the medulla oblongata. The medulla is controlled by your thoughts. So if you're nervous, heart speeds up. If you're scared, your heart speeds up. It goes faster. What about when you're happy and you're thinking on things that are true and you're positive and you're letting things go, letting the past go, forgiving people? Love conquers a multitude. What happens? Individual just says, you know what? I'm going to move forward. I'm not even going to let this stress me out. When God says, worry about nothing, be anxious for nothing. When we get to that point in life, our body changes. But if we hold on to stuff, it releases serotonin, cortisol into the brain, and the brain releases that into the bloodstream. Blood cells carry it all over the body. You're going to have fatigue, irritation, upset, frustration, mad. So shoot with the questions, Ben. Thank you for the platform and the time.
All right. Go ahead, people. You want to ask questions? Go ahead.
Hey, Lamar, since you're talking about that cortisol and the stress levels and all that stuff, whether it's somebody who's been diagnosed or has a family member with corona.
Hold on. Yeah, so hold on. Let me put it in the speaker. You're not in the speaker. Hold on, guys. Okay. Yeah.
Mute yourself, Stephanie.
No, hold on. All right, go ahead and talk. Okay. Stephanie, go ahead and talk.
Hi, Dr. Lamar.
Hold on. You're not hearing. We got a problem here. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix the problem right now.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me just pass you. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, I know now. Okay, go ahead and talk. Let me see if I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
No, not on the speaker. So let me just pass this in Lamar. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead, talk.
Hi, Dr. Lamar. Could you address what you were talking to about stress and cortisol? What do you recommend for people that are under a lot of stress that maybe right now they just don't seem to manage it very well?
Thank you for that question. That's excellent, because one of the things in America and around the world, when human beings, when it comes to their health, the number one health situation, the number one at the top of the list is stress. Time magazine in 2010 labeled stress as the all-time number one killer above cancers and stroke, seizures, because the root cause to a lot of these diseases is stress. But what is the root to stress? The root to stress is fear. In all you're getting, and all of your getting, get an understanding. We never really seek out to find out, why am I stressed? So stress has a root, and that is fear. And fear has a source, and that would be your adversary, the enemy. And God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. So I'm telling people, and I encourage with it every day with mental health, I get 100 calls a day where someone is stressed, they can't function, they don't have their tunnel vision, they can't sleep properly at night, they're just not getting along with their loved ones, they're scared. Fear has torment. Identify the things that come against you that is fear, that can torment you. Is it a bill? Is it someone around you, your environment? Is it the police? Is it the neighbor? Is it the fire department? Is it a dog? Is it height? Is it loneliness? Is it just not being an overachiever or overcomer? You're not where you want to be in life. That's stressful. Is it your job? Is that stressful? Maybe you don't need to be working and clocking in. Maybe you need to be a business owner. Maybe you need to figure out where your purpose. Find it, get your identity, and walk in that, and be purpose driven, and you'll realize that the Creator created you more than a conqueror. You have dominion over everything, including stress. Identify where your stress is, and then de-stress. De-stress means get rid of it. Whether it's evil or not, you shun it. You have no place. Give no place to stress. When people or wherever that situation is, avoid it. If it's a block call you need to do, you need to get off the internet. You need to change your method. There's a method to the madness. Take control of your situation. Use alternative. One of the ways to de-stress is shopping. You don't have to spend money. You can go into a mall. I tell women all the time who call me and say, I'm so stressed with life. I'm unhappy and I'm crying. I'm an emotional wreck. And I don't know what to do. Get in your car, get on the bus, get on the train, go to Macy's, go to a mall. Go find clothes and try them on for free.
I go to casinos. I go to casinos and I'm stress free.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
See, I remember you were under so much stress. It was affecting everything in your life.
Exactly. Yep.
And it takes time. It's a process that, see, Ben had to identify where his stress was coming from. And guess what he did? He started letting people go, let things go, and life got better, because your stress might be your cell phone. It might be a computer. It might be the neighbor's vacuum cleaner or someone upstairs or by you. You got to identify the source.
Yep.
And once you let it go, then you let go and you can move forward. That's what the Creator said. Forgetting the things which are behind us, now we may move forward. You can't move forward in life until you let go. A lot of people have unresolved emotions. They're holding on to things. They wake up with new mercy, new grace, a brand new day. Every day is a brand new day. And weeping endures for the night. The joy comes in the morning. The reason why we don't have joy unspeakable and full of glory, and we can't celebrate the day, we can't celebrate life, even on the most cloudiest day. I'm up in New England right now. It's raining. But I have so much joy in my life. I have so much peace in my mind because I don't hold on to things that are negative forms of energy. Negative energy is everything that exists, and positive energy is everything that exists, because all mass and matter is forms of energy, and energy is spirit. There's a lot of things that are spiritual, and we don't comprehend it because we're not thinking a spiritual mind. We're thinking in the natural, oh, this is just that person, this is bills, this is life, it's what it is. No, it's bigger than that. This thing is spiritual, because your enemy is not one another. Your enemy is not your brother, your sister, your neighbor, that person with road rage, your boss, or someone on your job, or someone who violated you, hurt your feelings. That's not your enemy. Your enemy is an adversary. It's spiritual. You can't see it. And that's why we don't comprehend so much. You go to a doctor, they're not looking at your situation as spiritual. They just say mental health, bipolar, and stress, give you a drug. They help you as a downer, and they help you keep you happy. Some people do drugs, some people do wine, some will do alcohol, some will shop, some will work out, some will jog, some will do Pilates, some will stretch, some do yoga. Everybody has a vice. My advice to stress is to, number one, identify where it comes from. Who is it? What is it? And that's not rocket science. It's very simple to figure it out. You know that you know where it's coming from, whether you're in denial or not. You don't go to rehab and say, my name is Lamar, I'm not a drug addict, but I'm just here because I like smoking drugs. No, I am. I have to acknowledge it. Take accountability of your faults. Forgive you, because so many people are hard on themselves. We're so hard on ourselves, we don't take accountability. Adam did not do that. Adam blamed Eve for the fruit, the eating of the tree. Then he blamed God. Most people don't take accountability. If you acknowledge it, you accept it, be humble, then you're contrite and broken. Then you could get some clarity, you could get some vision, you could get some understanding. Now, okay, this is step one. I got that. Step two, let me eradicate that. Let me leave that person alone. I'm get you out of my life. I'm not going to say I'm done with you, but keep you in my phone. I'm not going to say I'm done with you, but I'm looking at your pictures every day. I'm not going to say I'm over this situation, but I'm still looking at it. I'm still going to the bar. I'm still going to stop by the dope man's house. I'm still going to take part in it, because a little leavens a whole lump. When you draw a line and you're done and you're done and you're done and it's over, it's kaput, finis, let it go. Let it go and then move forward to the next situation, because every situation in life molds and shapes the person who you're going to become, and it's called experience. Experience builds hope, character, wisdom. So you got to go through. Life is full of trouble. It's not going to be flowery beds and eaves every day. We have to have some trouble. We have to have summertime and everything's fun in the sun. But you can't live life without winter. We have to have that season. This may be your season to go through something. Because after winter and everything dies, and before winter it all falls apart, fall, you got to fall. Everybody's got to fall. And then things got to die off. You got to kill some stuff in your life, kill some debt, kill some bills, kill some people in your life. Not literally murder them, but kill the relationship.
I call cows. We need to kill cows. Remember that cow story, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
That's it. So then there you go. That's the answer to stress.
Okay. Any other?
Get rid of it.
Yes. Any other question?
Yes.
Yes, I had a.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me get there. Go ahead.
Can I get in there?
Go ahead.
Hi, Dr. Lamar. I just want to say, you know how difficult that is for a woman to go shopping and not buy anything. And
All right. We cannot hear you. Hold on.
my question to you is,
Hold on.
I have
Hold
my
on.
daughter and I both
Hold on. We cannot hear you.
which is a blood clotting
Hold
disorder,
on, sweetheart.
heterogeneous type.
Hello.
It's not
I'm
the-
talking, Claudia.
the dangerous one. But she had this.
Oh my God.
and
Can
I've
somebody
been trying
turn
so-
her off?
Where the stress comes in. I've been trying so hard.
Hold on 1
tell her
second.
to not take this shot, and she's not listening. She's one of those asleep. She's
Okay,
very
hold on.
knows it all,
Hold on.
I think
Hello.
my stress comes in.
Hello.
Who knows with the job thing and everything else. So
Hello, sweetheart. Can you
how much
please
do
be
you know about
quiet?
Factor 5 later.
Hello. Why are you not listening to me? I've been telling you for the last 10 minutes to please be quiet. I cannot listen to you. If I cannot listen to you, Dr. Lamar cannot listen to you.
I can't hear Dr. Lamar anymore.
All right, 1 second,
Okay,
guys.
Ben,
I'm
we
gonna
seem
fix
to
the
have lost
problem.
you and Dr. Lamar.
All right, hold on. I'm
Something,
gonna fix the
clicked
problem.
out.
Hold on.
Bummer.
Jesus. Hold
Okay,
on.
just be quiet and mute yourself for a minute.
Hold on, guys.
Always mute
It's
before
funny
you,
that they hear
when you're
you
finished
say-
saying.
Yeah, no,
saying
no.
something
I'm
else.
fixing the
I hear
problem.
you say stop talking.
Yeah, stop talking. I keep saying everybody like keep talking and talking and 1 second,
It's all
guys.
good. See, now they gonna try and stress
And
you
1
out.
second.
See, this is why. You
Okay,
guys, you
hold
have
on.
to learn how to
Karen,
use your device.
can you hear me? Yes or no? Karen,
Sit you out there.
Karen.
Yeah, I hear you too, and I hear them. They
I'm
may need
muting
to
you.
mute.
You can come back in later.
Karen, can you hear me? Karen?
Okay, there's something wrong with Ben's sound. I don't-
Karen, can you hear me?
Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes. we
All
can
right,
hear you
please
now.
pay attention. We are having issues right now. Right now it's connected. My phone is connected to my console. So I'm gonna test Lamar right now. Lamar, are you there?
I'm here. I hear you clear.
All right, can you hear Dr. Lamar?
Perfect.
You can all hear Dr. Lamar. Okay, now you can ask the question to Dr. Lamar. Go ahead.
Me? Repeat what I did?
Yes, you were going on and on and on. I keep telling you to please be quiet because I couldn't hear you. Now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Dr. Lamar, I just wanted to ask you how much you knew about Factor 5 Leiden, the blood clotting disorder. Because my daughter and I both have it. And she
Okay,
took the shot
I
and
heard
tried
blood
everything we
disorder.
could.
What's the first part that you asked me? What's the first thing you asked? How much do I know
Well,
about what?
Yeah, how much do you know about factor V Laden and with these clot shots out there? You know, I guess that's where my stress is coming in because I'm scared of what may happen. I just got to put it in God's hands, I guess. So I just wanted to know on a scientific level what you knew about that disorder.
Do you
Yeah,
understand?
so yeah, I know a lot about that disorder as a hematologist. That's just a medical term that the medical board and world came up with, and they have to come up with something to classify why your blood is clotting. So they came up with that terminology. Your blood clots because of chemicals. Blood is 92% water by volume. Water is hydrogen oxygen. But when you don't have enough hydrogen oxygen molecules in your bloodstream, then your blood's going to clot. The next thing that's part of the blood, the second part is called iron and calcium, which is your platelets. And because people are on medication, people are eating too much white potato, people are eating too much oatmeal, people are putting too much acidic foods in their body, sodas, dairy, cheese, butter, ice cream. When the blood cells do not coagulate properly and they're not spatial or spreading out, white blood cells are always going to spread your red blood cells out to put a hedge around them to protect them. White cells is your immune system. That's your lymphatic system. It's a community that works together. Immunity, community, communion, immune. I'm immune. Something on the inside of me allows me to communicate with my community and my surroundings, like bacteria, germs, and viruses that become pathogenic when they have access to the bloodstream. So if a germ, a virus, or pathogen comes into the bloodstream, the white cells, which is your leukocytes, lymphocytes, T cells, B cells, NK, all of these different weird names that man created, the immune cells, lymphatic system, 42 pints, protect, triple protection over your blood, which is 12 pints. God created us fearfully, wonderfully. He made us, he said, worry about nothing, be anxious for nothing, no weapons formed against us shall prosper. If we get to a point in our life where we worry about this, we worry about that, we worry about this, we're going to go to a doctor. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. I'm only saying it because you mentioned God first. You said you're going to turn it over to God's hands. Then do that. Don't talk about it. You be about it. You let go. You let God. He said he fearfully, wonderfully created you. You're already healed. Do not claim things that you're not. There is no factor 5, factor 6, 10, 300. There is no factor 2. The fact of the matter is there's nothing wrong with you. But if you allow these false positive readings to say, oh, you got blood clots, if you had a blood clot, you would not walk, you would not talk, you can't function, you can't stand, you die from blood clots. You're still alive. You never had a blood clot, but you never looked at your blood to see if it was clotting. You were basing it off of what they told you. And that's why God says, let every man be a lie, let God be true. You don't believe man's report. Man's report is a false positive reading. No two people on the planet have the same blood. No two people have the same fingerprint. God does not judge two people the same, but everybody in America runs to the same medical system. It's orthodox. And when you let these doctors give you a black and white printout and say your red blood cells, your triglycerides, your A1C, your this and that, and all, oh, your blood is clotting. Oh, we got to give you these pills. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you it. Then you're on medication practicing witchcraft. Medicine is pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical is pharmakia. Pharmakia in Greek means sorcery, mind control, demon possession, manipulation, seducing spirit. So this is why there's no cure for this stuff, because they didn't tell you to go home and pray. They didn't say go home and drink water. Now, if in my mind, if I'm dealing with a blood clot, I'm going to eat some peppers. I'm going to eat some cayenne pepper, some turmeric, curcumin. I'm going to get some sour sap, some sea moss, some pineapple, ginger. I'm going to go get some cactus. I'm going to put stuff in my body because I am an earthling. I'm not from Mars. I'm not from the moon. As an earthling, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Out of the earth is where God formed man. So when we are sick, you return home because you're freaking homesick. And when you go home, guess what? You got a garden. You got fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains. Game recognizes game. If you eat healthy, you are healed because the root word of healthy is healed. So forget about blood clots. Forget about what they're saying. I want you to focus on your symptom. What was your symptom? Tired, fatigue. Well, your blood didn't have nothing to do with that. My leg, pain, tingling, numbness. Your blood had nothing to do with that. Well, I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that and I was busy or I was low energy or lethargic or my lab just said that. Most people don't have a clue that these symptoms we're dealing with don't have nothing to do with where it came from. Stress. You let stuff go because the devil is seeking whom he can devour. He comes to torment us. And you don't add a day to your life by worrying when the one who created you allows you to sleep throughout the night. You don't control your heartbeat in your sleep. You don't control the way you swallow, your saliva glands in your sleep. When you're asleep at night, drooling on that pillow and snoring, your lungs are contracting. You don't control that. Your creator said he already healed you and supplied all your needs. You got 600 miles of blood vessels, veins, and arteries. Your heart has plenty of ventricles, chambers, and aortas for blood to go through. So when these doctors lie and say, oh, you have congestive heart failure, oh, you got a heart, they're lying for an investment interest to make thousands of dollars on poisoning you with some drugs. Okay?
Yes, let me remind you guys the experience that I went through with my mom. My mom is 97 years old. Next year she was 96. She woke up one morning. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. And she goes, Ben, I'm having a heart attack. And the minute that she's having a heart attack, I pick up my phone and I start calling 911. And then all of a sudden I say, wait a minute, let me call Lamar. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. He's supposed to be asleep. He answered the phone and he said, what's going on, Ben? I said, my mom is having a heart attack. How do you know that she's having a heart attack? She said that she's having a heart attack. What did she eat last night? Like that. I said, I don't remember. Help me out, man. Help me out. I was really in a rush. He goes, be careful. Just take it easy. Grab water, warm water, and put baking soda on it. I said, are you kidding me, man? Like that. I start cursing. Okay? I'm a cusser. I start cursing around. I said, this guy is fucking wrong with me. Like that. Give that baking soda with water, man. Just give that to your mom. I gave her that. And all of a sudden, goodbye heart attack. Goodbye heart attack. She started feeling well.
Didn't you say she had gas?
Lamar told me she just have gas, man. Oh, was for a fort? Are you kidding me? I was like, are you kidding me, man?
Betty, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm talking. I want to. Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
Dr. Lamar, I'm in Texas. How can I find a doctor like yourself, or how could I get an appointment with you?
Okay, I'm gonna have the link available to all of you. You need to take a picture.
Ben will give my info to everyone.
Yes. So what you need to do right now, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to take a picture of your left eye and the right eye. Make sure that the light is not hitting the camera. Make sure that when you take the picture, there is no flashlight. Okay? And make sure that you take the picture inside a room. Don't take the picture outside in the outdoors. Then when you got the left eye and the right eye pictures, I will give you the link. Go to the link, upload those pictures, and he will get back to you with an email. Read the email. You will see the whole report of what he has seen, and you're going to be shocked, guys.
What's the cost, Ben?
What's the cost, Dr. Lamar? Dr. Lamar? Oh, I lost him.
I'm here. I didn't hear the question. I didn't hear it.
Yes, what's the cost of the consultation?
How much money,
so
Lamar, does it
the
cost?
consultation is $150. I have many different ways to pay it, through all of these apps that they're using, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. $150 covers the eye exam, which is equivalent to a full physical examination called Iridology. You don't have to tell me any of your health issues. I'll put a report together. You will get an email along with a regimen to follow to correct your issues because we're going to address the source. Mm-hmm. With that, you get free consultation, 24 hours a day with me. My phone, I'm at 916 text messages in the last 3 days, 400 phone calls a day. I'm one person, but I do get back to people. Just be patient. You will be able to get text messages back from me. I do have people working with me to help facilitate this high volume of calls. You do get me as a medical physician, as your personal doctor. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to con you. You can call me for every health issue, and even if you have family and friends, just like Ben. Ben was a client. Ben started getting results. Ben called me one day, hey, my mom's having problems. I told him what to do, got results. So this is how it works. We're going to keep it simple. It's not rocket science. It is a new way of thinking. If you're interested, call me anytime, okay?
All right, so it's $150. Was that clear enough? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Any other questions?
I just wanted to say thank you very much, Dr. Lamar, and that was what I needed to hear. And you guys all have a blessed day. I got to go back to work. Take
All
care.
right. Any
Love
other
y'all.
questions, guys? Any other questions?
I have one question here that people are low. Yes.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask about asthma and lung issues, if there's anything I could do for that.
How about asthma, my brother? Lamar?
I can barely hear the question. There was
I
a
said,
lot of
she asked you about asthma. What can you do about asthma?
Okay, so asthma, according to the medical and clinical, the terminology asthma is dealing with small windpipe in the esophagus. And what they're saying is people have an attack or an asthma attack or a panic attack because they feel in fear, once again, fear that they are suffocating and that they cannot breathe. And then quite naturally, human nature says you're dying. You're going to die from asphyxiation or suffocation. So then the heart rate goes up, the chest starts hurting, and all of that gas and mucus that's trapped in that tiny little windpipe is not that the windpipe is too small, because they're going to say you have a small windpipe. All human beings have a windpipe, and air and oxygen doesn't require a certain size. It penetrates through skin cells. Oxygen can penetrate through anything because it's a very tiny nanomolecular mineral. And this molecule, oxygen, it goes into your lungs, and your lungs fills up, and it suppresses the oxygen molecule into the heart by way of the diaphragm, which is connected to the esophagus. So many people get winded and loss of breath because of the dairy, the cheese, the butter, the ice cream, medications, all medicine from baby Tylenol to Oxycontin, which makes $600 billion a year by GlaxoSmithKline. That drug, all drugs, cause difficulty breathing. Ask the person dealing with asthma. Forget about the word asthma. Are you dealing with medication? Are you on multivitamin? Well, I don't take drugs, but I take multivitamin. Vitamin B, my D3s. I'm taking an iron calcium pill. They told me my potassium low, so I'm taking potassium, magnesium, and zinc. You don't want to put fake, synthetic, acidic substances in your body because acid snatches oxygen out of the cells. So you become dehydrated. I'm telling people, if you're dealing with asthma, so-called asthma, number one, know that you do not have asthma and you're not asthmatic. Open your mouth and breathe. Drink more water. You are dehydrated. Hydrogen, oxygen is very important. We're drinking too much of everything else. And especially if you're doing dairy, tell the people stop doing dairy. Tell the person to stop eating oatmeal, which is highly acidic. I don't care that they put a heart and some pilgrim from London, England, and some Puritan on the cover. That's a distraction. And they can say the American Heart Association and cholesterol and all of it. No, oatmeal is highly acidic. The oatmeal that we eat on a regular daily breakfast meal, that is not the same oatmeal that great-great-grandma cooked for almost 45 minutes to an hour. Porridge, grits, cream of wheat, malto meal. Hot cereals are good, but the oatmeal that cooks up in 5, 10, 15 minutes is very acidic. Look at all the people eating oatmeal, and then sometime during the day, when their nerves get bad and you're breathing, your oxygen and lungs are controlled by the same part of the body that controls your heart, which is the medulla oblongata. So as a person thinks, so are you. So your blood is your life is your blood. It's controlled by your heart. Your heart and your lungs work together by way of the medulla. If you have a negative thought, you're worried, you're scared, you're nervous, heart rate goes up, requires more oxygen intake. You're not getting enough oxygen because your windpipe or esophagus is blocked by the mucus. So the doctors don't want you to know truth. They want you to be ill-learned. Knowledge is power. When you know better, you do better. But a lack of knowledge is killing people. We're dying for that. Not corona, not asthma, not COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. We are dying because we didn't know we were already healed. We're dying because we didn't know that the drugs, the medicine, the Gatorades, the Pedialyte, the Ensure, the Boost, The cheese, the butter, the ice cream, the whipped cream, the yogurt, the bread with milk, the butter is in everything. We got butter in our eggs. We got all of our seafood we make with butter. You go to the restaurant, everything's processed. Corn syrup, starch, fructose, dextrose, bicarbonates, all of this stuff they're adding as a preservative. We put it in our body and it becomes who we are. You are what you eat. Metabolism is the process of turning food into energy. We got all this negative energy inside of our bloodstream. It goes to our heart, our lungs, our kidney, our liver. Negative energy transfers to the brain. And then we think negative. We don't think positive. We don't think godly. We don't have a God conscience. We fear. And then the spirit of fear comes in, no different from Adam and Eve thinking that they were naked. So when God said to Adam and Eve, who told you that you were asthmatic? Who told you had cancer? Adam, Eve, who told you that you had prostate issues and colon cancer? Somebody's lying. Let's get truth, you all. When you get the truth has made you free. I hope you all enjoyed what I said today. I got a wealth of knowledge of some more. Ben will bring me back.
All right.
Ben, any more questions before I go?
Yeah, no, that's about it. One second. One second. We're running out of time. 1 second. For those people in YouTube, that wants to get in contact with Dr. Lamar, I'm gonna leave the link underneath the description box in this video, so you can get in contact with him. Again, you need to take a picture of your eye. Left eye and right eye. Make sure that you're inside indoors. Make sure that you're not using a flashlight, because if your pictures are they're not well enough for him to see what's wrong with you, he's gonna come back to you and tell you resubmit your pictures again. I'm gonna just let one more people to ask the question, and that will be it. Who's gonna be?
Please.
Go ahead.
Question. Yes, I need to know how safe is to use the oxygen concentrator machine.
The oxygen concentrator machine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like when you buy a home oxygen concentrator, if it's safe to use.
No, they're not. I'm against all of them, and I'll tell you why. God supplied all of our needs, whether you believe in God or not. I know you do believe in laws of nature, just like gravity. And gravity says anything that goes up must come down. It's cause, effect, action, reaction. If you put something unnatural in your environment, in your body, you are going to have an unnatural effect. Because man cannot create oxygen. Only the Creator can create oxygen. He created oxygen. The Creator created oxygen. Oxygen molecules, they're all around us. When you create oxygen, you need carbon. You need dioxide. And when you breathe in carbon dioxide, those oxygen molecules are not safe. That's what they're using in every ventilator, carbon dioxide. That's what they're using in all of these oxygen tanks that they send to your home, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide in the oxygen tank, the breathing machines that they take home, carry them around in bags, they put them anywhere. Those things are unsafe. We already have oxygen. If you feel that your home environment is not good, then what you need to do is get an air purifier, get a humidifier, and put some peppermint oil, lavender, some patchouli, put some geranium in there, some wild orange, lemon, put those drops with water, and it'll purify your air. Aromatherapy is what it is. Do not burn incense. Check your filters in your home. Make sure someone comes out and clean them if you can, or replace them. They're only like a few dollars at Home Depot and Lowe's. A lot of people have dry air, dust. They're having difficulty breathing. They think they need to go get oxygen machines. If you light a match next to it, why does it explode? Oxygen is not flammable. This is why so many people are dying, and they'll blame it on corona, because they put them on ventilators, because they put them on oxygen. When I worked in emergency hospitals, I watched every day people have 100%, 80 or 90% oxygen on their own. We put them on a ventilator within a couple of days to a week. They're at 35% breathing, because God gave every human being 5 lobes, Lobes, lobes of lungs. Air sacs is what they're known as. 3 on the right, upper, middle, and lower. And on the left side of your chest are upper and lower lobe. Your heart and your stomach is right in the middle of the upper and lower lobe. Now, when the oxygen goes into the lungs, it goes to your blood cells, and you thrive off of oxygen, because that's the first thing that God gave Adam was breath. Yes. He ruah. He breathed into him. Yes. So we thrive off of oxygen. The devil wants to take our breath away. He wants to take our oxygen. That's why everybody's wearing masks. That's why CDC says it on their website today. You should not wear a mask because it causes oxygen deprivation, difficulty breathing, and it's going to create a greenhouse gas effect in your body because you're recycling carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide. The very thing they're using in all of these so-called wannabe oxygen tanks, that's not keeping it 100. That's not keeping it real. They're not even real oxygen. You know it because you can't light a match.
That's right.
So I'm against it. Don't do it. We overkill. Keep it simple. God takes the simple things to confound the smartest people. I don't know why you guys won't listen to Ben. He's been telling y'all this forever and a day. He knows all of this information. I guess sometimes it takes other people to put it out there a different way.
Amen. Amen.
Listen to what he's saying. You guys are in good company. Let's live, 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 live. Your ancestors did not have oxygen tanks in their homes.
Okay.
They breathe.
Yeah,
so I'm against all of that. If it makes you feel comfortable, warm and fuzzy, then you do what you do. Different strokes, different folks. But for me in my house, I serve God, and God doesn't want us practicing things that are not natural. It's not natural to put an oxygen tank in your home when you already got oxygen all around you.
No,
Open your mouth and breathe.
Exactly.
Drink water. Get rid of some people out of your life. Get rid of some things out of your life that are negative because evil association, communication corrupt good manners. A lot of people can't breathe because of stress.
Exactly.
And fear. A lot of people can't breathe because of anxiety when God said, be anxious for nothing. What are you so anxious about? And it's a process. All of this sounds good. It's easy for us to say, but Ben knows. Ben goes through it. I told Ben his whole situation was spiritual. Ben has millions of people depending on him for vital information. I came to Ben, and Ben had these doctors diagnosing him with all of this stuff, and even he was having some issues breathing.
Yeah.
And then he realized it. He said, Doc, you're right. I am called. I am chosen to do a great work. God called and purposed me to help give information to people to change their life, and the devil don't want this information out, so he can't touch Ben's faith. He can't touch his brain, so he hit him with the okie doke and hit his health. Got these doctors diagnosing Ben with stuff that don't exist, and you follow the doctor's orders, then you're going to have negative side effects. Ben was having negative side effects. He stopped following their orders. He stopped trying to make sense of all of this when God says, lean not to your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, he will direct your path. But look at what America has done. When God we trust is a thing of the past. No one trusts God. We trust the scientists. We're all going to stand 6 feet away from each other when we're supposed to come together and encourage one another as we see these days approaching, and not forsaking the assembling. But now they want a social distancing. They want people to Zoom. They don't want people to see each other's faces anymore. That's a scary thing, not to see somebody's face, because I don't know if I could trust you or not. You look like a mass murderer, a robber. Do you want to do harm to me? So now everybody's wearing a mask. Everybody's walking around like zombies. Everybody can't breathe because some fool named Bill Gates thinks that global warming is because there's too many people breathing out carbon dioxide. So let's just kill off tens of millions of people and depopulate.
There you go.
That? Well, let's put a virus we'll put a virus out there. We'll just make everybody think corona can kill you. Yep. Viruses can't kill humans. But all these people are dying. They said they had corona. They got paid to put that on there. I want us to be smart. I want us to use wisdom and understanding. And you pray with that. You don't say, God, take away the cancer. God said, for what? Cancer don't exist. That's a man's opinion from 1860. Telling you the white cells are cancer cells? White cells is your immune system. Yes, they grow out of control. That's their job because red cells don't multiply. White cells do. So a German scientist said, oh, white cells are growing out of control. They're multiplying. Elevated cell count. That's cancer. It's malignant. It's spread all over your body. Foolishness. Foolishness. We need to wake our people up. That's what Ben is trying to do. Ben is a voice crying out loud. He's the modern day Moses trying to save people, but people are so willfully ignorant they believe lies over the truth. Thank you all for your time. I can't wait for us to get back together again. Your busy lifestyle, Ben, and mine, we do come together. We'll make it work.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Lamar. Thank you so much, my brother.
All right, thank you, everybody.
We'll get you back.
All right, tell them to reach out to me if they
I
have
will do
questions.
that. I will do that. Once again, guys, for the people. Thank you. All right. So once again, guys, for those people in YouTube who are watching this interview, if you want to get in contact with Dr. Lamar Price, you will see the information inside the box underneath this video in YouTube. So you guys learn a lot today. What? You guys learn a lot?
Yes, great.
All right. So this guy is serious, guys. All right, and I'm telling you one thing. The first thing that you're gonna think when you speak, if you ever get to talk to this guy, you're gonna go like, I'm sorry, this is too crazy, like that. I'm telling you the truth. You're gonna think that this guy is crazy. You're gonna think that this guy is a wacko. That's what you're gonna think. But if you allow yourself to put yourself in that situation so he can help you with your health issue, like I said, I would have never bring this guy if I would not see him myself. I seen people literally being cured by this guy and his methods. I saw one guy, he called me one day, I don't know if he's here. He had a tumor on his right arm and it was growing. And they told him that there was no way to do a surgery on him until later on. In the meantime, the guy could not cope with pain and everything, and he called Lamar. In 4 months, the tumor went down. Right now, he has no more tumor. Just like that. Okay? So if I would have not seen this guy curing a lot of people, I will never bring this guy up. Just to let you guys know. Okay? God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you next time.